This one's a special one, guys. This is on how to pull that perfect shot of espresso. And once YouTube is live, okay. Hi, guys. Donnie Rouse here with Rouse Coffee Company and the One Life podcast. Today, this is going to be a talk on espresso. So, one of the questions I see coming up in forums a lot is how do I pull the perfect shot of espresso? The question itself is loaded with there's a lot of different variables that all impact how you pull the shot of espresso. Um, there's variables around the grind, there's variables around the roast, there's variables around the equipment you're using. I like to equate the perfect shot to that of building a house. So to building a house, first of all, you have to have the right materials. And then also there is going to be variance in those materials. And then also the design of the house is going to differ from person to person. And the design of the house is the same thing as saying the taste, right? So what I find desirable is going to be different than what you find desirable and different from what your friend down the street finds desirable as it relates to espresso. But if there's one thing you can agree on is what constitutes or how to determine what an espresso is. And it all comes down to being able to taste espresso. I got in a discussion with a guy in a forum. We were talking about espresso portafilters and just the impact espresso portafilters have on the end product. His argument was that the straight side espresso portafilters were the better of the two. I went towards the taper, and one of the arguments he said was that the tapered side disguises the defects. And there's a fault in that quote right there, because if it disguises the defect, that means that you're not tasting the defect. Therefore, the extraction is better with that. How can you say, it's like saying, I know that this person is cheating, although I don't know how. You can't determine what, if you don't know, if you can't see the evidence that there is if you can't see the evidence that there is some compromised taste in the shot, then you can't say that, oh, it's because of this. It's disguising it. That's like saying, well, I was going to use an election term, but you know the point, right? And so the point I was trying to make was that you have to know how to taste it. More than anything, you have to know how to be able to taste espresso. When you're able to taste espresso, then you could determine, okay, well, what is a good shot? What is a bad shot? What is my preference? And once you understand your preferences, even when you have preferences, you can still say, okay, well, all right, these are the types of espressos, the styles of espresso I like. But what is the way this shot is being pulled? What is that telling me? Because once you actually know, I've done this tasting with clients where I've had them taste a shot of espresso. They're like, well, this is what I like, and I think this is really good. I would taste their espresso. Okay, what do you taste? And I walk them through an entire experience of how to break down that taste. And then I pull a series of other shots, and then we talk about the taste that they're experiencing on those. And then what they end up realizing in the end is that what they initially thought was a good espresso was indeed not a good espresso at all. So before you could do, there's, again, going back to the original question, what is a perfect shot? Well, what is a perfect shot to you? What do you like? Maybe you like sour bombs. Maybe you like, maybe you like something that's full body syrupy. Maybe you like something that's lighter body and you like your shots long. But that is personal preference. What you cannot argue or what is fact is the effect that certain variables have on the shot, such as the astringency, such as sourness. And it all comes from how you're dialing in, temperature you're using, the grind setting, the amount of pressure you have, and the ratios that you're pulling the shot from. So that is it for this guy. This is just like a little rant I wanted to go because it's been fresh in my mind from this forum that I've been responding in. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message, info@rouse, R-A-U-S, coffee.com. Again, info@rouse, R-A-U-S, coffee.com. And if you would like to set up a online consultation, I could walk through the entire process, regardless of what kind of espresso machine you have. I will guarantee that I can make your shot noticeably better to the point where you'll be very, very happy with it or your money back. That is it, guys. If you have any questions, please send me a message. I love talking coffee and I love talking about one life stuff. So God bless, and I will see you again soon.